Government corruption has never been more prevalent or caused more harm. It's why extremism is on the rise. It's why the financial gap between the haves and have-nots has never been wider. And it's why our planet is at risk of an extinction level tragedy. That's why I need your help to keep exposing the truth about the rot on both sides of the aisle. Become a supporter or a friend of the show today by clicking on the coffee link in the description box below. Friends of the show join me on a Zoom hangout once a month, and you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I can get to know you better. But the most important reason to help is to keep the show alive. Together, we can and will save our country and our planet. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show. Hey, everyone, welcome to the show. I have updates to share about two of Trump's Capitol insurrectionists. It's time for a special episode of Where Are They Now?
Matthew Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So I recently shared with you guys the arrest of Ryan Kelley. He's the January 6th defendant who's running for governor in the state of Michigan. Well, a group called Progress Michigan has filed a lawsuit, and they're asking the Michigan Court of Appeals to prevent him from running for office. They're also asking the Secretary of State to inform voters that Kelley is ineligible to be governor and to order the state clerks to disregard votes cast for Kelley in the upcoming primary, which is scheduled for August 2nd. So it's pretty soon. This is similar to the lawsuits that I've talked about before that were filed against like Marjorie Taylor Greene, douchey McDouchebag, Madison Cawthorn, all the others I think it was in Arizona, there were several. They're using the insurrection clause in the 14th Amendment to say these people are ineligible. And as you guys probably recall, all of those cases were dismissed, and that was based on a very bogus reading of the law. However, an appeals court ruled that the case against Cawthorn could in fact move forward. So it was moot at that point because he lost his primary election, but the overturning of that ruling could help with this case against Kelley. So, the Michigan Republican Party is trying to brush this off. They're saying that, this is Democratic overreach, which is really laugh out loud funny, considering that Republicans literally took part in an attempted coup following the 2020 election. But yeah, cry about overreach. We'll see what happens. I don't know if anything's going to come of this, but I'll keep you guys posted. The next quick update is about now convicted January 6th defendant Guy Reffitt. You guys are definitely going to remember Reffitt. He's the Texas man who was turned in by his son after threatening his son and his oldest daughter with murder. And as you guys probably remember, Reffitt was found guilty on all counts in a recent jury trial. He was actually the first one to go to trial, and he's awaiting sentencing, which will also be at the beginning of August. His sentencing will be August 1st. Well, the prosecutor is requesting 15 years in prison. That would be the longest sentence for a capital defendant so far. Federal sentencing guidelines call for a sentence between 9 and 11 years, but the prosecutor is asking the judge for an upward departure from those guidelines because they maintain that there should be a terrorism penalty applied to Reffitt's case. He had a weapon on him. He had a weapon. Apparently, he had an AR-15 in his vehicle. In their court filing, the government stated, quote, Reffitt did not intend to simply obstruct Congress's certification of the Electoral College vote. Rather, Reffitt intended to physically remove the legislators from the building using his firearm and flexi cuffs and the power of the crowd and actually take over Congress. The prosecutor also cited Reffitt's own words in which he had said that he wanted to drag Nancy Pelosi out of the Capitol, quote, with her head hitting every step on the way down. So Reffitt's attorney is requesting only 2 years in prison, and he said that his client is done with politics. He went on to write, quote, his only goal now is to put his family back together while recognizing that as much as he spent the past 2 decades providing for them, he is the one who has driven them apart. And the judge in this case is Trump appointee Dabney Friedrich. So I don't know where this is going to go. This is really a jump ball. I have no idea how this is going to go down, but I will definitely let you guys know when it all does. You guys know I've complained about her ad nauseum. She is one of the worst Trump appointees. She, like, as I've said before, practically bakes them a cake. So do I think she's going to give him the maximum of 15 years? Probably not. Probably not. I would say, if I had to predict, if I was betting money, she will probably go with the lower end of the sentencing guidelines, maybe even a little bit less. That's just my prediction, but maybe she'll be pleasantly surprising on August 1st. So anyway, guys, I'll let you know as soon as I hear. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.